Hey, welcome to our Monday, July 17, 2023 regular commissioner meeting. We'll start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First up on the agenda is County Attorney Matt Shipman. We may, after we call Brad up. You're up next.
Afternoon. So the question and topic, or the topic in question today is the community crossings notice to bid. Yeah, there was a mix-up with getting it posted in the newspapers, and that didn't get out with our original notice, and so we were trying to put something together to get it out. But we're trying to figure out what the advertisement means and if we have enough time before the August 10th deadline to get funding or our funding request to INDOT.
Okay.
And Brad, all of that, Brad gave me the notice that we're going to try to publish. The question is timing, publications, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up, and then Brad and I will figure it out today and advise you guys, because it has to be published twice. We have time to do it, which, so we should do it. It's just a matter of the mechanism and whether or not what is an appropriate publication that'll qualify. We'll figure it out.
So it's possible that there are other avenues of advertising.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I think we have, it doesn't have to, we don't have to do this finalized to August 10th. So we have another meeting on the 7th, and we have 3 weeks, and it'll have to be published twice for once a week.
Yep.
I think we have time to do it. It's tight, but I think we have time. We can set them on the 4th or the 7th, even maybe prior to the commissioners meeting. That would give you enough time between then and then to find out. We have some bids already, which is don't anticipate it getting.
Yep, sure. So we'll hold off on the bid approval. And you can just bring that back whenever the advertising requirements are satisfied. Are you also speaking about Safe Streets for All? Do you want to just go ahead and knock that out?
Sure. So what we have today is the agreement between us and Federal Highway Administration with US DOT. It's a standard federal highway agreement form that lays out the terms of the grant. It's a $75,000 effort, and it's 80-20 split. So Federal Highways is doing $60,000. That is reimbursable, so we will have to write a $75,000 check, but we'll get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Not all at once. It'll be broken up by months, but then, and this is for the plan to assess the road safety within the county and come up with a plan for how we can improve road safety. So we just need, I think, the one signature. And Matt has reviewed the form.
Okay, any questions for Brad about Safe Streets for All?
I have none. I would make a motion to approve the Safe Streets for All grants with Chairman Banks being able to sign it.
Okay, I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, the same, and that passes unanimously with 2 members present and 1 absent. I should note that the 4-H fair is happening now, which is a big deal in Whitley County, and Commissioner Shipman is alongside his daughter as she's showing today, so he will not be here. Did you see a line for signature?
I think it's on the very front.
Oh. I got you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda today is Health Department discussion with Scott Wagner.
Good afternoon, Not a bad Penny, coming back again. Governors, two things to talk about. Governors Health Commission, they're asking for an official vote from the commissioners. You do have up to September 1st. That's what they're requesting. Don't know if you've talked about that anymore, if you have any more further discussion, when you might want to make that decision. They ask me about every 2 weeks.
I spoke to Tyler Warman from the governor's office, I think 2 weeks ago, and he indicated that we don't have to take an official vote on it.
Okay. The state is asking for that, but legally, no.
Okay.
Under the statute, you only have to opt in. You have to actually make a vote to opt in under the statute. The State Department of Health is just asking whether you're going to, or an unofficial yes or no, so that they can plan financially those counties that are opting in, just so you're aware.
Okay. We can certainly discuss and
Okay.
have it as an agenda item as we get a little bit closer to that September 1st deadline.
Also talk to you about the health board changes and what's coming up with that. I know that the mayor will be getting me, hopefully this next week, his nominations to the board for your decision. Didn't know if one of the August meeting dates would be appropriate for you to want to vote on those members. Do you feel like you've been given enough information? Do you want anything else from me for that?
No.
No,
Okay.
I think we all have a pretty good understanding
Okay.
of what we need to accomplish. So,
Once I get the mayor's information, hopefully this next week, I'll set up Tiffany to be on the August meeting and present that again for you for the 6 of the 7 votes for that. So, any other questions from me? Anything from the health department? Okay. Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Next up, we have Nathan Bilger with the Planning and Building Department for a plat approval.
Good afternoon. I have one plat for your consideration this afternoon to be called the Outman subdivision. It is located at the northeast corner of 650 East and 575 North, just north Blue Lake. What this does is splits off the eastern portion of their property for sale, uniquely or unusually. Usually we deal with septic systems. This does have sewer available, so it actually winds up being just over just about 2/3 of an acre in size, as opposed to the almost 2 acres that we normally see as a minimum lot size. This comes to you from the Plan Commission. They approved the primary plat in June. It's July now, so June, without any significant conditions. You do have right-of-way being dedicated for 575 North. Any questions?
I have none.
No, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
I'll make a motion to approve the request as presented.
Okay, I have a motion. I'll second the motion to approve Outman subdivision. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by raising their right hand. Opposed, the same, and that passes.
I'll leave this here. You can sign it afterward.
right.
Wanted to let everybody know too, the Propel 30 project is still going on. They just announced 2 more public input or review opportunities this week. The first one is at the 4-H Fair from noon to 9 o'clock. It's a pretty long time for them. be there. I'm not sure where exactly they'll be, but they'll be there. And then they'll have standard office hours at the Peabody Library on Thursday from 3 to 5, like they've been doing every other month or so for the last almost year now. But 4-H Fair is a pretty big opportunity to see what's going on.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Oh, Nathan, I do have one question. Is there this Wednesday, is it correct that there's a joint session between the city and the county plan commission?
Not this Wednesday.
Not this Wednesday.
This Wednesday is the regular Plan Commission meeting. The Plan Commission will be giving feedback on the proposed ETJ, extraterritorial jurisdiction. So there will be a couple city Plan Commission members there, but it won't be a full joint workshop like what we had last month. The joint training session among all the different Plan Commissions is scheduled for July 31st. And the topic of that will be site plan and development plan review. And hopefully we'll get a tour of the jail site as well.
Have you reached out to Wagner? Have we started that process?
Yep, I've reached out. Colton and I just need to make contact and figure out exactly timing and
Perfect.
how much PPE and so on.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you. And thank you for your support on that.
Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is payroll and accounts payable claims. I know that Commissioner Shipman had a chance to review on Friday for claims and reported back that he saw nothing really stood out to him. He did make note that we were reimbursed from insurance for the fertilizer spill that occurred. But I think your department and EMA had some involvement in. So
Township fire departments and some other expenses that can't anything for the council meeting and ask for that reimbursement.
Okay,
okay,
I'll make a motion to approve payroll.
I have a motion. I'll second the motion and call for the vote. All those in favor of approving payroll, raise your right hand. And that passes.
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable.
And I'll second and call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your right hand. And that also passes. It looks like we have 4 meeting minutes that require approval. So we can start with our regular June 19th. And was this? This was just our most recent meeting, right? It wasn't one that we had.
You guys had canceled your.
Right.
bill was hung up on this.
Mhm.
Gotcha. I'll make a motion to approve the Lilly County Commissioner meeting minutes for June 19th of 2023.
I'll second and call for the vote. All those in favor signify by raising the right hand. And that passes. We have June 27 executive session.
I'll make a motion to approve the Lilly County Commissioner executive session for June 27th, 2023.
And I'll second and call for the vote. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. So it passes. We have June 28th joint commissioners and council executive session.
I'll make a motion to approve the Whitley County Commissioner Council meeting executive session on June 28th, 2023.
And I will second and call for the vote. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. And that passes. Okay, yep. And then lastly, we have the July 3rd Commissioner Special Session. And this would have been for the community crossings bid openings.
So I was not here at the bid opening.
Chad Robber.
I'll make a motion to table
Okay,
the July 3rd bid opening meeting minutes of the bid opening.
got it. And I'll second my motion on the table and call for the vote. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. And that passes. At this time, we'll open the floor for public comment. If anyone from the public that would like to speak, we'll have you just come forward to the microphone on the end of the table. State your name, and we'll allow for 3 minutes per person to speak.
I'm Jerry Egley, live at 7380 East 700 South, Columbia City. I submitted a petition about road improvement on 700 South. And today I just wanted to come in and mention that a little bit of history on this road. There's 2 mile section of gravel road. Then the rest of the road going to 9 is paved. And in my petition, I'm stating, the condition of the road, but the history of the road is that 1990 and prior, there was only 1 farm on that road. Today, there's 5 new houses on that road with that 1 mile from 700 East to 800 East. And then if you go from 700 to 600, there's 9 homes on that. So I would like the Highway Department and the council consider improvements on that road.
When did you turn that in?
I have it on my desk. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Last Monday.
Okay, okay.
So anyways, it's something that we'd like to see some action. I know money is always the question, but
Sure. Yep.
how many homes would, if you have 14 homes on a 2 mile section of gravel road, how many gravel roads in Whitley County have that many homes in a 2 mile section? So
We do, I will note, we have a new highway department director who I see back here taking notes
good.
as you speak. So,
Yeah.
yep, so we'll make sure that we take a look at
All
that.
right.
And I apologize, I do have that petition that you dropped off on my desk, and I just had forgotten to share that with the other commissioners.
Okay.
So I'll own that mistake, sorry for that.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak today? Okay, Matt, do you have anything to add? Tiffany? Commissioner Basinger?
So I do have one thing. I know that over the last couple of years, you guys have heard me talk a lot about the broadband in the county. And we've recently hired a consultant, Sands Consulting. The state finally came out with their next level connection grant this round, and then all the criteria that you have to meet to apply for them. As of now, we do have one provider that's going to be applying for our county. But one thing that I would ask everyone to do, and you'll see these at both entrances, is take the internet speed test at your home. This directly challenges the FCC maps that say that we are served when we are not served. You can take this test every day, every week. So I will probably be talking about this until September when those grant applications close, because it is extremely important. This is how we make our case that we do need those grant dollars. So if you could do that on your way out, or I can get you a copy of this after the meeting. So that's it.
Just a quick question. Can we add a link to our webpage for the speed test? Is
Yes,
that something
so
we do?
the broadband task force is under the Economic Development Corporation. So if you go to their website, there's a tab on their website, and if you click on that, it directly has a link to this. And as far as a link on the Whitley County website, I would love that. So Tiffany, I
I
don't know if
think
you
we
could
can-
help with that, but I've never directly done any updates or anything on our website, so, but I would. Okay.
Yeah, and we do have coming soon, training for website maintenance for internal users so that we can kind of cross share some information on how to update. But if we could get a link on the whitleygov.com for the speed test, that'd be great.
Yeah, and it's actually really interesting, especially if you're purchasing a service and they say it's 100 upload and 25 download, and you take it and you're getting 25 upload and 3 download. Obviously, that's not what you're paying for. And again, you can't take this test too many times. The more, the better. So I will be bringing this up at our every meeting, I think, after now until the grant application's closed.
I have nothing to add. So at this time, I'll adjourn the meeting. Thanks for coming. Yeah.